Now the NBC6 investigators reveal a new twist in Governor Ron DeSantis' migrant relocation program.
Emails released by the state yesterday show that his public safety czar was using an alias in a private Gmail account to communicate with his former client, who ended up getting the state contract to ship migrants from Texas to Martha's Vineyard earlier this year.
The revelations come as the state and the contractor are accused in lawsuits of violating the migrants' civil rights and concealing public records, which they denied.
Here's NBC6 investigator Tony Pipitone with the latest. Tony.
No, Joanne, the state has paid that contractor more than $1.5 million so far in connection to the relocation program. A court filing today says this new information shows the owner of that company gave false testimony last month in a public records lawsuit, not revealing emails he exchanged with his company's former lawyer, who went on to become DeSantis' public safety czar. Emails the governor's office says were sent from a private email account that his aide had not previously disclosed to them.
Larry Keefe, public safety czar.
He's a former U.S. attorney now overseeing migrant relocation.
First, I want to thank you, Governor.
But when emailing the owner of the company that would get the relocation contract, he used an interesting alias.
Dr. Lecter, my name is Clarice Starling.
The fictional FBI trainee in the thriller Silence of the Lambs. It's been silenced from Tallahassee for months, as Keefe, the governor's office, and FDOT have not answered our questions about how Keefe's former client, Vertol Systems Company, wound up with the relocation contract. Now we have more records released by the governor's office. In this August 30th email from Keefe, a.k.a. Clarice Starling, to Vertol CEO James Montgomery, Keefe sends several paragraphs of contract language, paragraphs that would appear nearly verbatim in the proposal that Vertol sent FDOT 3 days later. The records also show Keefe and his former client called or texted each other 33 times over those 3 days, until FDOT and Vertol reached an agreement.
We don't think that that's proper, but that's an ethical violation of the law.
Michael Barfield is director of public access for a government accountability nonprofit suing the state for the records, and saw the Clarice Starling emails just last night.
What did you think when you saw these emails? That the political caper continues.
And in this motion filed this morning by the Florida Center for Government Accountability, they allege the emails show Vertol's CEO Montgomery's testimony was false last month when he was asked about his September 1st text to Keefe after a missed call. "Sorry I missed you, draft sent," Montgomery texted Keefe. Vertol's lawyer asked him at that court hearing,
"What document, if you know, is being referred to as a draft in that text message?"
It's the document that the volunteer passengers signed prior to the flight.
Would that also be known as a consent form?
Yes.
These consent forms, he testified under oath, but just before that text, Keefe's previously undisclosed back-channel emails to Vertol show Montgomery sent Keefe a draft of the Vertol proposal that FDOT will get the next day.
He claimed that it was the volunteer consent form, and it was just a draft of the form, and it was innocuous, not a final record, and we now know that that simply is not true.
I reached out to Montgomery first thing this morning to see if he wanted to amend his testimony or if he stands by it. No response. I also asked Keefe why he was using his until now secret Clarice Starling email to communicate with Vertol as his former client prepared the proposal for FDOT. No response. And I asked FDOT's general counsel and procurement manager if any of this suggests collusion or any other improper behavior that should be investigated. No response. Silence from them all. Tony Pipitone, NBC6 News.